Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 19th of January 1980, and we've come through another winter. We've lost a little bit of happiness, but I think that might be due to the fact that we're in winter. And the reason we're starting down here is if you watch the previous video, you'll be aware that I put in a light cableway system through here to ensure that I've got a constant workforce in here. And it got off to a little bit of a weak start, but it's actually worked very well. Actually, it's what I've noticed is that even though we're using small cable cars, because you're getting people dropping in regularly, this number kind of stays consistent. It doesn't drop down. So I have to admit, I am a total convert to this solution actually. And another thing that did occur to me, and this relates to the new update, and I don't know if anyone can confirm this, is that, of course, when the new update drops, vehicle maintenance is going to be quite important. And I do wonder whether cableways come under vehicle maintenance or building maintenance. And the two questions I've got is that, well, the first question is do the actual little cable cars, these things, require maintenance? I doubt it, because it's going to just be too complicated. And the actual question is whether these towers will require maintenance as well. Because obviously if you run a long cableway or something like I've built up over here, going up the side of the mountain, these have to be maintained. And of course, if they aren't maintained and they collapse, that could be a bit of an issue. But actually, that's not the cableway, that's the power supply. Where's the cableway gone? There it is. Yeah, these towers. So if one of these towers collapses due to poor maintenance, that could be fun. So I'm a complete convert now to cableways. I think you'll be seeing a lot more in my game going forward. Over here, things are generally pretty good. This area is stable, and also Dark Valley is just trucking along doing its own thing. I have had a little bit of a kind of a contradiction here. Is that we got our first fuel deliveries into here, but I think what's happening at the moment is that the amount of fuel we're producing is getting a little bit excessive. So maybe shipping large quantities of oil down here may actually be a bit of a problem. So what I've actually done is one of the tankers that was bringing down oil is now being converted to fuel exports. It might be, no, that's the bitumen exports. So I'm now exporting bitumen and fuel. This one is coming in to deliver another 850 tons of oil, and you can see at the moment all it's doing is dropping off oil. If you watch this here, so I think what I might do is suspend this ship for a little while, so that it will actually not plug out, because this has got 850 tons of oil on it. And let me go in here and see the oil being unloaded very, very quickly into here. But eventually that's going to fill up, and I'm not sure that's going to empty, to be honest. But one thing it is doing is keeping this area going quite quickly. I think at the moment what I might do is actually resort to actually exporting the oil. Okay, so that is the current situation down here. If I come up north, I'll show you is our new town. It's coming together quite quickly, and I've been looking at this, and in the context of what I've just been talking about with cableways, I'm kind of thinking that what I'll do eventually is expand the town out this way, because we're going to need the workforce for our vehicle production that will be over there. Now what I'm thinking is that what we're going to do is eventually expand the town out this way, and then put in a cableway out to here. And I'm also wondering whether if I put a heavy cableway over here, we might be able to get under this rail track and supply the workers to this mechanical components factory as well, possibly even the brick factory here. Now, just to give you an idea of what's going on up here, I think I've kind of started to get a little bit on top of the the coal situation, but it's still not brilliant, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do again is going to switch off this for a little while, just to ensure that we protect the coal supplies here. And to that end now, what I'm going to do is we're going to get that there, get this built in, I think, and get the coal mine online as well. Get the coal mine. This needs to be the next big project, and get the 8 crew on this as well. On fire, because I really feel that I need to get this running, and to that end we've got the coal mine there, got this here. What I'm going to do is put in a bus station here. Well, put the bus station across like that, two-way approach, and then you can have a path there, put a path there. Of course we'll have to build these with helicopters. Yeah, yes. And then we'll get that connected, and what we'll do then is we'll send the workers directly to there, shut this coal processing plant down, and we'll send the workers to here so that we can get the 2 coal mines on running as well. Now of course we can't move everybody in just yet because there's still a few things that need to do. Actually, let me just check, this needs to be built as well on there. I have noticed that I'm a bit low on gas stations. Let me just check, make sure we see if we got all the pipeline infrastructure in place. That is ready to go. This is, yeah, water's not sending. Want to check. This has got chemicals. Just make sure all the pipe work. It looks like all the pipe work's finished. We've got this pipe connection here. I think we've got that. I think we can. Oops, no. That built. Not yet. Okay. Not that it makes that much difference. Get the. Actually, we'll get the crews on, working on all these here as well, so that we can drain out the water from this area. Of course, there's no point trying to move anyone in just yet because it's going to take time to get the people up to the heating plant here. So we want to get out of this really cold spell before we do anything like that. Now, again, if you watch the previous video, I brought this farm online, and where are you here? You can see we still got 4,000 tons of crops in there. We got 3,000 tons in there. And now, of course, we've got to go to July. We're only in February. But I think we're in a position now where what I've done is I've reactivated the biofuel container here. And this fuel distribution depot now is back on this area here. Make sure. Definitely this one, isn't it? Yep. So we're creating local fuel again. And also what I've done is my export area here. Over here somewhere, it's this one on this corner here. I've started exporting some food again, so that we're just so that we can keep everything moving forward. So that is the situation there. My rail trains construction office is just make sure that they've got plenty of work to do, so they won't get bored. And what we got, so we got everything working really quickly. Now the area I want to work on is over here, because I've been thinking a little bit about, obviously we need to get this area connected up as soon as possible. And I think at the moment we're working on building out these tracks out this way so that we can get this connected. And of course we're going to need to get over there to produce plastics. But what I'm thinking over here is to have some clothing industry tucked somewhere in here so that we can so that I'm going to be able to produce more clothes, because we got the chemical plant over there within range. And what I'm thinking here is to run the similar situation to what we've got down in Dark Valley, but with on a slightly smaller scale, because of course this is a great big factory. There's got 180 workers and it produces 2.7 tons of clothes like that. And then, but if I actually show you here, I actually show the standard clothing factory produces 1.2. I suppose I could build this arrangement here, but the fabric factory produces 5 tons of fabric, which is, I think, is compatible with this one, isn't it? This produces 5.8 tons of fabric. Actually, it just suddenly occurred to me that if this consumes 5.4, this produces 5.8. Now, how much fabric does a vehicle construction vehicle production line? It's hard to tell because, of course, we need to look at the vehicles. I don't think vehicles actually need a lot of fabric. Maybe we do need to recreate this structure here. Let me just redo the maths. Sorry about this. If I actually, I just thought because we are producing clothes already up here. Clothing factory needs 2.4 tons of fabric. This needs there. So this will produce 5 tons of fabric. This produces 2.4 tons of fabric, which means that there will be 0.2 tons of fabric left over on each production cycle. I think it will work because if we use the in-game clothing factory, there'll be a little bit of surplus, which can then be used for the vehicle production. In fact, let me just go up and check, because of course what we've got up here is a fabric factory as well. So at the moment you need 1.5 tons of fabric, and this one produces 2 tons of fabric. So this actually has a surplus of fabric. Yeah, I think if we just use the normal vanilla clothing factory over here, then that would give me enough surplus fabric for me to be able to support the vehicle production area. Because I'll be completely upfront with vehicle production, I tend not to run it all the time. So that is something that, well, it's not particularly that important. Let's just see how flat the area here. I'm kind of a bit inclined to put the, whoops, don't want that. I think we've got buildings coming out this way. We've got a road there. We got this road coming out here. So I'm kind of thinking, well, if we use the similar structure to this area here, I mean, I could put another farm here, which could then be used to provide the what we call it, the crops for the fabric factory, because all the fabric factory needs is needs 20 tons of crops and 20 tons. Yeah, I think that might work actually. We could put a road connection in here that will go out to there. And of course, one thing I also want to talk a bit about is the fact that I am running out of time on this series, because the The update is making steady progress. There's no point pretending otherwise. And that means that eventually this series will have to come to an end, unfortunately. I must admit, I'm really starting to enjoy it. I think we're gonna work this way. So we're gonna need a silo. Let me just put this down. Up the grain silo. I think if we can break this road here. So if I put, and we can have a crop fit a farm there. Plus we got the other farm up over there. Yeah, I don't think we need to use the irrigated fields. I think I can do this quite successfully without them. So we're just going to start with some storage. And I don't think we can need to bring this in by train. What I'm thinking is my 3,200. I think this one would work quite nicely actually. We could put you. I mean, I could put a rail line in. We got a rail line there. Actually, getting a bit far away from the town itself. Now I think we'll be okay. We can use trucks. So, or shall I? Actually, we got this one here. We could come off there and into there like that. Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? Actually, no, we could put it. Say, we put it. Say about there. That means I can run a rail line in from there if I need it. And it'll also give me the road connection should I need it as well. So we start there. Got the silo. And we need a single fabric factory. And of course, the fabric factory is going to need water. I'd like to have these, so I've got the water connections on the same side, like that. Put you there. Then we're going to put in a big warehouse. My favorite warehouse in. Put you about there. I could also use the rail link here to come in and pick up the clothes as well. So we can do that. And then what we'll do is we need two fabric factory, not fabric factory, clothing factories. And we can put one on there, one in there. Get rid of you, we don't need you. And then this road can be extended out like that. And then we can put the bus stop in there. And I think what I will do is, I know this is really technically a motorway, but what we will do is go out to about there. And then create a square roundabout there. These might be a little bit problematic to build, but let's see how it goes. We'll have a road connection there. We've got that there. And then now I think we need to think a little bit about, we can then bring, the problem we're going to have here is we're going to need to get our trains to backtrack a little bit to build this track in. So I'm going to need to do this ASAP. Signal there. I think we can come up here. Too steep a descent. Come on, game. You're kidding me. Okay, we're going to have to try and bring the ground up here a little bit. Okay. Come off like that. And then you can run into there with a double line track. And then you into there. And there. And this is where it could get a little bit tight. Though technically trains that will want to take close will generally not be very long. We can hook you to there. And then you can come into there. And this is going to be a single connection, so you will need to come into there like that. So we'll get this built, this will get built, and then we can get in our factory with our silo there. And then this can come, this road out, bring you up here. That was the out road, wasn't it? Always got to be very aware of the one-way roads on this, these silos. And then we'll keep it relatively simple. Then we can put a road across here which can connect up the fabric factory. Get this as an industrial complex. What's the temperature now? Only 1 degree Celsius because we're still in the end of February. Let's just come back up here. Right, these are being built, and the problem we're going to have is that while these are being built, these may actually draw away workers. So how many workers have we got? About 2,000 that we can drop in should we need it. We've got food in here. We do need to get some secret police vehicles. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get going. And of course we're going to need some ordinary police vehicles. Okay, what's that? Traby. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I can't remember if the hospital has. No, the hospital needs some ambulances. Now we're gonna have to be a little. 2, 3. Get the M10s there. And what we're going to need to do is deliver fuel there. This is where life could get a little bit interesting because I don't think I've got any more fuel distribution offices. Oh yeah, of course I built a second one here. This one's all kitted up, ready to go. But of course it's not supplying fuel to anybody in particular at the moment. So we certainly need you and fuel. What's the fire station? The fire station's got fuel. Gas station, certainly want you. Make sure you get fuel. And we've got another gas station over here, which we're going to need to connect it up. And we'll give you 60% fuel. Not a big fan of putting fuel in the police station and the secret police because they got reasonably fast cars, and as long as there's a local gas station, that should be okay. So we should get the fuel in here. We've got that there. Clinic here. Could probably do with some fuel, but that can wait as well. My building here. Oh, this is the pipeline underneath, isn't it? So I think what I will need to do is get some buses. I think I might have got some. I can't remember now. We're going to need to get some. We want some relatively small buses. I think we'll use these. Get maybe 3 of those. Then we're going to need some bigger buses with a bit of speed. We can use. Oh well. These are 75. These are 80 with 55. When we get 1, 2, 3 of those, maybe 4 of them. And what I'll do is while they're getting all fueled up, ready to go, what I will do is actually something that has come to mind, and this is related to efficiency with the next update. Now, don't quote me on this, guys. This is just a little bit of information I kind of deduced, and from when I was watching Bill Joe's video, and he kind of alluded it more as an aside. And what he was saying was, let me just try and remember what this was. He was talking about maintenance would be in end stations for buses and things like that. So what I have to admit, I've never really used end stations for buses, and I think this is it, large bus end station. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one in here just to take a look-see at it. Yeah, so don't quote me on that, guys. All I know is what I picked up from community reports and watching Bill Joe's videos, and a little bit of personal deduction. It's probably a polite way of saying it. So we'll get the crews on this. So maybe we'll have a little bit of fun with bus end stations here, and of course this is going to be the big route that's going to go out to here, and we'll get this finished. If we get this finished, then we can then put things together. Actually, I haven't looked at this place for a little while. Like most of the roads are in place now. A little bit of road missing there, but I think, of course, in the new update, again, this isn't confirmed. There is the devs did allude to a asphalt footpaths in one of the community reports. I must admit, I'm quite intrigued by that as well. Okay, these guys will have to wait for some people to turn up, but that'd be okay. They'll be going. The temperature now 19 degrees. I think we're now ready to go. Now what I'm going to do is what I normally do. We're going to go down, pick up one of these, and we're going to pick out a what we call it block from here. Then we're going to go to the Dark Valley. Pick up probably from one of these over here. Come up to here. And we'll just choose one of these. I'm just going to check. We got about 2,000 population. So, and we're going to start by well, first thing we're going to do is got a population of 231. Okay. I'm going to start by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 in there. Move you over there so I know I've let you kind of build back up again. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 from there. And you can see straight away that as I'm bringing people in, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15. So we can now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So bring you back over this way. We'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Just cancel them, that's okay. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many? Got down to 1,000 people. Happiness is too low. Yep. Because you're probably mad at me for your job gonna be the basics to start with. And because we want it's the kindergarten, we need the kindergarten operating. We need workers in here. Make sure that we've got people coming into that. And which block is this? This is the one that I've allocated the kindergarten and the shopping mall to. Where's the school? Indoor pool. Right, we got workers in there. What we need to do is make sure that we get plenty of workers in there. Okay. It's this one. We need to put some more workers into. 4, 5, right. And then what we'll do is we'll let over 21s flow into that. Then we'll get some more 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, someone's full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're filling up. And then 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, we don't want tourists in there. What we want is workers in there. So the next thing, citizens to move into this building, into there. You can flow into that one. You're done. Done that one. And what we're going to do now is yeah, oh, whoops, what was that? Oh, last chance to buy. Thought I didn't recognize that tractor. Okay. Up to here. And we got a big central bus station here. Also got a little one here. Okay, we're just gonna put that workers. And I think what we will do is we'll put you there. And we're going to put you on there. Whoops. Unload. everybody. Whoops. Into here. And put the line spacing on. Get you there. And hopefully what this will do is people up from there. You've got the coal, you've got the power. How we doing? Of course, we got the pub. Doesn't have any booze in it. Okay, we can fix that. Where's my alcohol distribution guy? He is tucked in here. He's the pub guy. North Camp Alcohol. He just specializes in delivering alcohol now. The area here's got so big. There's the pub. Just one there. And how much pub? We only got 7.5 tons, so you got about 80% to get you going. Right, we've got people being treated there. People being treated there. Probably don't need that amount of workforce in here, so we'll just drop you down a little bit. I do need people to start gathering in here. And of course, like I knew would happen is that a lot of people will be gathering into these. You're not very far progressed, so we'll get you there. How are we doing up over here? We'll just see. I think we need to push this priority up a bit. Here and here. Get this built. There. Do we have workers in here? Yep. Probably don't need that number of workers. Keeping the secret police in charge. Probably. Well, we got our first criminals. I think we can allow people in there. How's the over 21 situation now? 323. I think we'll let this one fill up first, and then we'll switch on some of the other buildings. So let's have a look. Oh no, sewage overfill. On here. We have hot water there. This one is actually out of range of the haha. Bit of a fail here, guys. Yep, we've got a fail here. Okay, we need to put in a prefix. You into there. Oh, you're nearly full. It's okay, we can fix this. You into there. I think you will be in range. We'll soon find out. I'm absolutely convinced I. So what we need here is we'll get rid of that part there. this is an example of getting just a little bit too carried away with respect to that there. Get you in there. You're there. For high priority. High priority. Now that could give me a problem in the long term. Now we got another connection there, so we could bring in that connection there. We got water out to here, coming out to here, but this part isn't finished, so that's going to give a problem. Put path connection there, put mud one there, and a proper one there. Too low, right? What I'm going to do now is we're going to get our other bus routes and pick up these buses, up that and that, and you in onto there. And begin with where this is still being built, so there. And spacing. Oops. And what I'll do is I'll balance the workforce once we got this town settled. Right, this block is finished. What we got in the way of over 21s at the moment. Not that many, so we won't. We're just going to get here. Related vehicles. Make sure that, yep. This guy coming in. Hopefully we will get some workers into here. Get this working. I think we're definitely going to need a cableway out to here, because this route's not really going to work that well. Here you go. Oh, you're going to the gas station. Right, it looks like town is starting to settle down a little bit. Needs a pub, tavern, meat. You have a meat problem? No. This rate, I think we're probably going to need another shopping centre. Probably, maybe we'll treat this as two separate areas. How far out will people range on here? They will come to there. So say for argument's sake I put in another shopping mall. Same size as well. This is going to be a big city. So say for argument's sake we put in another, put it on that side actually. Actually put it like that. You there. And then see this one is right. We get these Well, we can get these built. The unemployment here, like, at the moment, can't be everybody's employed. Let me just see. Well, we got a few unemployed, but I suppose a lot of them are working on the what we call it. Right, we've got this route here, this bus depot thingy here. Right. I would guess that probably the best way to do this is Steelton bus platform. This is the, so if we add a on the way back, on the way in. Now, what is this? This Steelton bus platform. Just check the route. Sorry. Yep. In theory, the spacing should come from the return journey. Like that. Off risk. Bump. Under and about them. Follow this route. A little bit very worried about the distance of this route. 5 workers. Yeah, this route's too far, guys. Okay. Not going to work. We're on the 20th of April. What we're going to need to do, we're going to need a cable car. And what I'm going to need is some accommodation in here. Will they be in rate? Well, we got accommodation here. And I could get, we won't need a big cable station because we only need about the same as last time, about 250. I could get in a maybe put you about there. I get how far out? I can get another residential block in on this corner next to the school. 131 workers. That's connected to everything. So we could possibly, that could be connected as well. So say for argument's sake I put a block in about there and a block in about there, and then just do a quick connection with mud just to see that we put that in range. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I put a footpath there. That bring you in range. It's not going to work, is it? I mean, mud footpaths are 60%. This is 112. I think what I will do is we'll build that and that first. Get the road crews on that. We'll build that, see if that actually gets connected to here. In fact, I think I could put up there as well. This is connected. We can get that connected to there. We can get this out here. The heating, well, we've actually finally got workers in here, but they're not that much. There's a health risk. That's because we haven't built that. Let me just check. I think what I am going to do is we're going to go for a slightly heavy cable weight. Okay, we're going to have to start with something. Zoom in. Have to that. That says it's connected, but it's shaky. It should go green. It's saying it's red. Okay, we're gonna probably have to remove this a bit. Then again, if this, I can get, we're going to work on the assumption that we can get this working. I'm going to move you, or remove you. Or get rid of you. I'm going to put you on this side. Here. I can remember. Oh, actually, I think what we will do. We're going to go to the smaller corner markets. Where I'll put you. I know it's a bit close to there, but I think we could probably get you on that corner. Like that. No, I'm going to put the big one in. Sorry, apologies for the indecision. That has got a footpath out the back. I'll put some fresh water in as well. And then I think what we will do is put the cable car connection, or cableway, put you out about there, facing in that direction, something like that, because that won't be obstructed by power cables. And then that means we can put more cableway up here. That can aim in that direction. You can put a footpath into there. So if I aim that, we can put a road to there and a path between there and there. And then what I can do, this time we'll use a heavy cableway because that would give me the option to, I'll put out, actually, let's put that there, see which side the road comes out. Side. To come back to here. Structure, we could redo this in 3. It's still on there. On there. That will connect all this up. And then what we'll do is we'll run, I don't think we don't really need an asphalt road here, so run an asphalt road. It's about there. Pick these up. Quite generous. We're not going to build anything in this area anyway, so. And then that. Trim these back. Then once this has been built, actually what we could do is, where's me through, you you, 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 and there, please. Okay, what we'll have is we'll get this area built in. We need to put water supply here because this isn't connected. This pipeline is taking forever to build. I don't know, it's not that bad. Missing prefabs, but here we get there. Get this connected. Yeah, so we've got a workforce in there, but I'm not happy with this route here. So we will use the cableway eventually. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.